Have you ever felt that dull, persistent ache in your job? A restlessness that whispers, "Is this it?" What if that feeling, that yearning for something more, isn't a sign of ingratitude, but a deeper call from God Himself? This isn't about being unfulfilled, it's about being invited. It's a common experience, isn't it? You're in a good job, maybe even a great one, by all external measures. You have stability, decent pay, maybe even a good team. But beneath the surface, there's this quiet hum of discontent. A sense that you're meant for something else, something more? It's not necessarily a desire to quit everything, but a deep, almost spiritual longing that your current path isn't quite satisfying. You might even feel guilty for having it, thinking you should just be grateful. But what if this isn't a flaw, but a feature of how God designed us? That feeling of restlessness, that persistent ache for more, is often God's gentle, yet insistent, way of reminding us that our deepest longings can only be satisfied by Him. It's not about finding a perfect job, but recognizing that our hearts are hardwired for an ultimate purpose, a divine connection that no earthly endeavor can fully replicate. This ache is a kind of holy homesickness, pointing us towards our true home in God. Ecclesiastes 3:11 tells us, "He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart." Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. This verse isn't just a poetic thought. It's a profound statement about our fundamental design. We carry within us a blueprint for eternity, a longing for something beyond the finite tasks and achievements of our present lives. Think of a compass needle. No matter how much you spin the compass, no matter how many magnets you put near it, that needle will always try to point north. It has an inherent orientation. Our hearts are a bit like that compass needle. They are inherently oriented towards God, towards eternity. When we feel restless, it's often because our current direction, while perhaps good, isn't fully aligned with that ultimate north, with the eternal purpose God has placed within us. The ache is the needle trying to find its true alignment. Don't dismiss or suppress that ache. Instead, acknowledge it as a divine signal. Take some time to simply sit with that feeling. What specifically feels off or missing? Is it meaning, connection, creativity, impact? Journal about it without judgment, seeing it as an invitation to understand a deeper longing, not just to complain about your job. But if this ache is a call to something deeper, what exactly does deeper mean for our work? The deeper call isn't always about changing what we do, but transforming how and why we do it. God's purpose for us in our work isn't solely about career advancement or external success, but about cultivating character, reflecting His image, and serving Him through our daily tasks, no matter how seemingly mundane. The restlessness can be a call to find sacredness in the secular, to infuse our current work with spiritual intention. Colossians 3:23-24 offers this powerful perspective. Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the inheritance as your reward. You are serving the Lord Christ. This shifts our entire understanding of work. It's not just for our boss, our clients, or our paycheck. It's ultimately for Christ. Imagine two stonemasons working side by side, laying bricks. When asked what they're doing, the first might grumble, "I'm laying bricks for 8 hours for minimum wage." The second, however, might say, "I'm building a magnificent cathedral." The physical action is identical, but their perspective, their why, transforms the entire experience. One sees drudgery, the other sees divine purpose. Our work can become a cathedral when we dedicate it to the Lord, regardless of its outward appearance. Intentionally reframe your current tasks. Before starting a project, a meeting, or even a simple email, take a moment to silently dedicate that effort to God. Ask, how can I do this task right now as an act of worship or service to the Lord? This practice doesn't change the task itself, but it profoundly changes your internal experience and purpose within it. This internal shift is crucial, but what if the ache persists, hinting at actual change? How do we discern the next steps when the path ahead feels so unclear? God rarely gives us the entire roadmap up front. Instead, he often reveals the next step as we take the current one. The restlessness isn't an invitation to paralysis, but an impetus to move, even incrementally, trusting that his guidance will illuminate the path forward. It's in the active, prayerful taking of small steps that clarity emerges and the deeper calling begins to unfold. God guides those who are willing to walk. Psalm 119-105 beautifully states, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." Notice it says, a lamp for my feet, not a floodlight for the entire journey. It illuminates the next few steps, not the distant horizon. Think about navigating a dense forest at night with only a small lantern. You can't see the entire trail, but you can see enough to take the next step, and then the next. If you stood still waiting for the sun to rise, you'd never move. But by taking those illuminated steps, trusting the path will continue to appear, you eventually make progress and find your way through the darkness. Our journey of purpose is often like that, revealed step by step. Identify one small actionable step you can take this week related to your restlessness. This isn't about quitting your job, but about intentional exploration. It could be researching a skill you're curious about, reaching out to someone in a field that intrigues you for an informational coffee, dedicating 15 minutes daily to prayer specifically about your calling, or even just scheduling time to reflect without distraction. Just move. That ache you feel, that profound restlessness, is not a flaw. It's a divine compass. It's God's gentle, persistent invitation to look beyond the immediate, to infuse your current work with sacred intention, and to trust Him with the small, illuminated steps you take. He is present in the quiet longing, in the diligent work, and in the unfolding journey. You are not adrift, you are being drawn. As Philippians 2:13 reminds us, "For it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill His good purpose." He is actively at work, even in your restlessness. So, listen to that ache, elevate your current work, and take that next small step. If this reflection resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights on faith, purpose, and finding God's direction in your professional life. And I'd love to hear from you. What is one small step you feel called to take this week? Share it in the comments below.